Hello, and welcome to this brief youth group message. We are the Presbyterian Church, Hispanic Presbyterian Church of Paterson, New Jersey, and I am Maria Santa, the lay pastor.
Oh, I have to introduce myself. And I am Natalia Cruz, one of the youth group leaders.
We welcome you to this message. We are doing these brief messages for our youth group because we haven't been meeting personally for a long time now.
Too long.
Yeah, due to the situation that we are all going through in the United States, where we are still kind of social distancing and moving along in this process of going back to church hopefully soon. But today we would like to talk to our youth group about a word that I think we overuse without thinking truly about the meaning that that word has and what it represents. Today we're going to be talking about love. It is a word like no other. 4 letters that represent so much. This cross that I'm holding has a Bible verse from 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It's the verses 7 to 8, which define what love is really, really well for us. Now, when we think about love, and you are young, almost automatically your mind goes to romantic love. And that is okay. Romantic love is important. Many of you are out there already searching for romantic love. But it's very important that before you search for that type of love, you learn to have the love of self. That love is so important and so necessary for you to be successful in life. And how do we love ourselves, right? The first thing that I can tell you is that something that's very important to remember is that you are loved by a power that's greater than yourself, by something that is unexplainable, by something that our mind is too limited to understand. And that if you realize that you belong to something that is so powerful and loves you just the way you are, and protects you and is there for you. Once you understand that, you're in awe of that. Mm-hmm. And you begin to think, wow, I'm pretty special because I'm loved by a higher power, by the creator of this universe, by that force that sustains all that the universe is. And that is a love that I don't know if we will ever understand, but it is real. So self-love is a truly important part of who you are, and it comes from within you.
And you guys have heard us say it all the time, you have to love yourself before you can love anybody else or anything else. And the Bible verse is actually one of my favorites, and you guys know I've said it before. The cross doesn't have the whole thing, but it's from the 1 Corinthians. It's 4 to 8. The cross only has 7 to 8, but it starts out with love is patient, love is kind, it is not arrogant or proud, and it goes on and on to tell us what love is. Now, the verse can be applied, of course, to our self-love, but what we should expect of love as well. Whereas I know my mom loves me, right? You guys know that, and I know that. But I know her love is patient. She has been so patient with me since I was like, itty bitty. Love is kind. You all know how kind she can be. She's not arrogant or proud. She's proud of certain things that I have done in life, but there's a different meaning of proud, and we can do that in another lesson, right? But this cross, I'll read the whole thing, what it says now, and it says, love never gives up, never loses faith. Love is always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. Love will last forever. And because we believe in that higher power and that greater love, and we know he has always existed, continues to exist, and will exist in the future, we know that for sure that his love and the sacrifice that he made, why this is on a cross, is so powerful and meaningful.
The other thing about self-love, right? The love that you have for yourself, knowing now that God's love for you will never end. That love that you need to have for yourself has to be shown also. And how do you show that you love yourself? Well, there's a lot of things that we should do to show that, right? And you don't do it for show. You do it because you value who you are as a creation, as someone special, as someone that is loved without condition by the Lord.
And your body being God's temple.
Yeah, you're exactly. Your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. That is again another lesson. But God has put in you that spark of Himself, and that is what you should see in you. That you are a teenager, a young adult, but and you're evolving and you are maturing and you're learning and you're growing, but that you have to value who you are and love yourself. You show it by how you take care of your body. How do you eat? What do you eat? Do you rest enough? Do you sleep enough hours? Some of you I know are night owls and you like to stay up all night, but I have to say to you that in order to have a balanced health, you need at least 8 to 10 hours of sleep when you're a teenager. And when do you have the time to do that, right? Because some of you are so involved with school and work and like to stay up playing games and watching YouTube and all those things that you do to entertain yourself. But you have to allow your body to rest. And when you're sleeping, your mind is also resting and recovering so that the next day you can do all that is expected of you and be clear-headed and can think clearly and can make decisions clearly. So how you take care of your body and yourself shows how you love yourself. Who do you surround yourself with? What are the friends like that you have? Who are they? Are they people that help you to feel empowered and strong? Or are they people that tear you down, that are always poking at what you don't do well, that are always bringing up those things in you that you don't like or that you don't feel adequate, right? So who do you surround yourself with shows if you love yourself.
And that goes back to the different types of love, right? I've always told you guys that there's the love of a parent and child. There's a love of siblings. You know, I love my brother to the end of this earth, and I would be there for him no matter what. But then there's also love of any other relationship, whether it be a romantic one or a friendship, right? Everything is always 50-50. And I've always told you guys that. If you have to go 75% of the way and they're only meeting you 25%, is it really a worthwhile, loving relationship? You know, like, you have to be able to distinguish those things. And the Bible verse saying that the love is patient and kind, that needs to apply to yourself, but also to all the other people you surround yourself with that say that they love you, right? It's like my mom said in the beginning, that word gets thrown around a lot, but do we really truly mean it, right? And does the person telling you that mean it? If they're not showing you all those qualities of patience, kindness, respect, not being arrogant or rude, if they're showing you those things, then they truly know the meaning of love and are using it in the right way. But if not, that's when you need to realize, okay, I love myself enough to realize maybe this person doesn't love me the way I love them or respect me in the way I respect them, and I need to start making your own path and make your choices on who you're going to allow in your life, because you are the driver of your life. You are the conductor of that train. And it has to be led by love.
And so, you know, love of self and love of others, that is always one of the biggest teachings that we have shared with you when it comes to the teachings of our Lord Jesus, right? That he tells us that we must love ourselves and love others the way we love ourselves. So self-love is really important. Once you value and love yourself, you know how to look for that love that Natalia is describing. And the Bible tells you exactly what that love should look like. So in Corinthians 13, you will be reading that. What does that love look like? It's patient. It has to be respectful. It's not boastful. It's not arrogant. It's not rude. And so those are the descriptors when you're searching for that other love. But when you're developing your own self-love, you know that you have to apply those things to yourself. You have to be patient with yourself. Do not become angry with yourself when you don't get something right at the first try, or when you're not doing so well in school. Look within you and say, okay, I'm not doing so well in school. Am I doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing? Can I look for help? Who can I ask for help? So that all of that is part of what you do as you become a full adult, to love yourself. You take care of your body, you take care of your mind. What do you feed yourself? What are you putting inside your mind? Are you watching and listening to things that are not really bringing anything good to you? Who do you surround yourself with? What are you reading? What are the things that you do for fun? That feeds your mind and your soul. And so because you love yourself, you have to pick and choose and make sure that what you're choosing are things that are going to contribute to who you are. And then you have to love yourself spiritually. And that means that you have to recognize, wow, I'm pretty awesome. And I belong to something that's greater than myself. I don't see it, but I know for sure that I am part of that. And I am loved by that power. And so once you feel that, you even walk differently. You carry yourself differently when you know that you are loved beyond measure.
So I'm challenging you. Each week we've given you different assignments, writing in a journal, finding 3 words and writing about them. It's been different, throughout these videos. But this week I challenge you to go to the Bible. You all have one at home. You got one as a gift. Years ago, it feels like.
You can also log on and look it up on Google, because the Bible is available now online.
Very true. And you can find it in words that make sense to you, not thou shalt. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. In the Bible, find the definition of love, that love is patient, love is kind. There are so many points to that verse. Each week, take 1 point. Love is patient. And for 1 week, try and apply that to your life. Be patient with yourself, with the people that you love, and anyone else that you encounter. The next week, love is kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be kind to everyone, even though that might be a hard one. Love is not boastful or arrogant. So the 3rd week, remember, arrogance is not part of love. They don't go hand in hand. So try not to be arrogant. And then go down. And then you'll see that at the end, it gives you that final verse, that final part that it says, love will last forever. And you'll see by the time you get to that verse, you'll realize almost how easy it is to really, truly love yourself and love someone else. And you'll know how to value yourself and value others that love you. So that's my challenge to you this week.
That's a good challenge. We can all apply that challenge. It was great having this moment to talk to you. I hope that you had a great first week of school. Last week, we wished you a happy new year because you were starting a new school year. And I know that God is leading the way for you and that you are doing your best and working really hard from home to make sure that you have a successful school year. May God bless you all. We will see each other soon. Things are evolving and we are evolving as things evolve. Yes. And all will be well because we walk with a powerful God who loves us beyond measure. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.